1, 2, 1, 2. We are back. I need to change. Some good stuff. This is annoying. What is it? Everything is set up. Let us continue. Revisited. Oh, trash shoes. I am not sure you understand just how unusual it is for the Admiral to invite an adventurer to a state banquet. It is a highly coveted honor, why even the officers under her direct commands are really afforded such recognition. But I will not deny you have earned it. Many of the tasks you have performed in service to the Thalassocracy have been both difficult and dangerous. This is a reward for all of your efforts, and a nod to many achievements, both large and small. Has the enormity of this moment yet to sink in? Perchance you will realize its significance when you stand before the assembled dignitaries of Limsa Lominsa. And now that I have imagined the scene, I realize that you will require suitable attire suitable for the occasion. I suggest you visit the wench and see what Badaron can arrange. He is surprisingly knowledgeable about such things. Oh well, if it ain't Merlweb's guest of honor, Obnobin with the height and mighty now, is it? I tell you, lad, I damn near snorted ale out me nose when I heard the news. You come a long bloody way, you have, and that's the truth. Well, one thing's for sure, you'll not want for decent grub. These banquets are catered to the bleeding Bismarck, no less. 'Tis a grand chance to fill your belly to bursting with fine and more importantly, free food. But we can't have you turning up in your shit-caked adventuring gear. No, the hero of the hour needs to have a touch of refinement about, won't stop folks complaining when he's stuffing his face with cake. Take yourself over to the Octant and speak with Janazam or the Bugger Consortium. Show her fresh he was something gentlemanly to wear. I've already a word with her, so all you need to do is pick up the goods, then bring them back here so as I can tell you what's what. Good evening, sir. I assume you're the underdressed gentleman Badaran mentioned. Sniff. I see he was not exaggerating. Damn! I've chosen these especially for your debut in polite society. Fear not, I'm certain you will absolutely adore them. Here we go. A nice pair of dress shoes for you. A bloke might have else to his name, but so long as he's got a decent pair of shoes on his feet, there ain't nowhere he can't go. Think of him as a gift from me and all the other folks you've done right by all along the way. Tis a very moving gesture, I know. Just don't go welling up on me, oh, eh? Wouldn't do for Lims's new hero to turn up to the banquet soaked in his own tears and snot. Any road, that's your garb sorted. Now you just need to settle your nerves. Tell me when you're ready, and I'll tell you where you're meant to be. Ready then? Are you good? The banquet will be starting soon. If you had waited any longer, I'd consider it my civic duty to head over and drag you there. Now make sure you're wearing the fancy shoes when you turn up, alright? Carrying them won't do no good. They're meant to make you look like a gentleman, remember? Not a gentleman's bleeding lackey. As for directions, the feast being held on the bridge in the Admiral's briefing room. Speak with Zenthal and Bolakar and they'll show you the way. Oh. I'm assuming the last thing was just don't be stupid. The only thing I can assume. Dress shoes, fancy dress shoes, and an adventurer wearing fancy dress shoes. Oh, now those are some fancy dress shoes. Come, adventurer, I will show you to the briefing room.
Brothers and sisters of the sea. Join me now in honoring this man for his services to our great nation. May the navigator guide and protect him on his journey, till sea swallows all. These pirates you encountered with the tattooed faces, they call themselves the Serpent Reavers. Their ranks are formed of cutthroats and madmen who have pledged themselves body and soul to the primal Leviathan. From what we have gathered, they sought to swell their numbers by spiriting away any soul unfortunate enough to cross their path. I need not tell you the depth of the animosity between us and the Sahagin. How any seaman worth his salt could devote himself to the fishback's god is a question for a more temperate mind than mine. But, thanks to you, our citizens may once more go about their daily lives, safe in the knowledge that they will not be dragged into the darkness by those execrable curs.
Such an extraordinary glow. This is one of the crystals of light.
By the navigator.
After our encounter with the Gubu, you had a vision, did you not? Of a towering crystal. You bathed in her light.
Yashtola's conclusion is clear, and I see no reason to doubt it. You are the vessel of a higher power. This being
yes.
from your vision was
This
the
time,
Mother Crystal.
I become a warrior of
Your
light.
description matches what little we know of her. And if she has chosen you, then your deeds may yet shape the fate of nations, as once did the deeds of the Warriors of Light. Know you the tale? Like you, they were not of these lands, yet they fought to protect us all against the corruption of the Primals. When the Garlean Empire began its conquest of the realm, these heroes joined the Grand Companies and helped reforge the Eorzean
I changed it
Alliance.
already, okay?
And at the Battle of Cartano, they took the field beneath our
Leave me
banners
alone, Nuna, I
to
already
fight
changed
for
it.
everything we hold dear. It was on that day, in the midst of that hell, that we lost them. Every soul who survived that battle will never forget how it was to fight beside them. We are proud to call them our comrades. Yet whenever we try to shout their names, the sound dies in our throats. And whenever we strain to see their faces with our mind's eye, naught but their shadows appear to us, set against a blinding light. Ask any true Eorzean who knew them, and the story will be the same. It is for this reason that we call them the Warriors of Light. When I look upon you, I cannot help but be reminded of them. Keep that crystal safe. In time, I believe the Mother Crystal will make clear her reasons for bestowing it upon you. Heed well her words, adventurer, for it is Hydaelyn herself who speaks.
Not the moon falling.
Flames to the fore!
In
Victory
what
belongs to the
way?
bold. Show those imperial
It is not a
whoresons
raid
what
day,
we're made of.
Riker. So
Let
if you're
that
not
battles
fucking with me,
divert the
you're a
barricades.
dumbass.
Bid them hold that position, though it cost them their lives.
The
Shut
yellow
the fuck up, both
serpents
of
are in
you.
need of succor. Pray, send the white wolves to their aid. The adventurers risk life and limb for our cause. We must not fail them.
Being called a liar, I can't believe this. Just because I forgot to change it to not DSR party.
Is Artemis?
No, it is
I
nothing.
forgot, leave me be.
Bloody hells! The barrier won't go down so easily! Eyes forward!
We are being watched.
Raging Bull, calling Bloodthorn. Bloodthorn, respond! Respond, damn you! Ah!
Raging Bull, this is Mad Snake. Respond.
Ryder, this is Raging Bull. What news?
We're surrounded by a blaze. There is no way out. Gods preserve, what is that thing?
What's going on? Speak to me!
Gods damn it! We cannot hold much longer.
Mad Snake! Mad Snake! Answer me!
Robon's old voice actor sounds like he's constantly trying to just scream.
Damn it all to the seventh hell!
What of the barracudas? Can they not be reached?
Sorry, Admiral. Shell's not working.
What of our own?
I cannot say, my lady. That monstrosity appears to be disrupting our communications.
We must keep trying. Call till they respond.
Yes, my lady.
Admiral, General, we can do no more. We must give the order to withdraw.
I will not forsake Louis Soir.
General, please. Victory may belong to the bold, but there will be no victor this day. You know this to be true. Let us not sacrifice lives in vain. The adventurers fight bravely, but to no avail. Let them withdraw, and let us be the ones to stand with Louis Soir.
It comes across like she's about to be like, nah, fuck this bitch. And then she's like, nah, let's die
All
instead.
Maelstrom units are commanded to fall back, effective immediately. Give the foreign levy priority. Let the main host cover their retreat and bring up the rear.
Damn it! Relay the order. All flames are to withdraw. I don't care if our link cells are useless. You still have a working pair of legs, don't you? Well, use them, you bloody half-wit!
I love that the detail that the dude is still back there on the cliff just watching.
The outcome
Like,
of
you don't
this
see
battle
him, but you
was
can, like,
long since
see the
decided.
outline.
Better to retreat now than risk a massacre.
I think it's a little late for the massacre part.
This dark, stifling presence. Who or what? We go to take our place beside Archon Louis Soir. To your positions.
This makes me really sad that I wasn't here for pre-ARR.
Kasbamul, Sogin Moise Donzul. Logalo, Asawad Deken Bet Mubut. Imarat Way, Kiskatoga Hards Waddledorns. Seasoningen, Fisdun the only lamb rides a die dawn.
Oh shit. I forgot I was in auto text. What happened? Ah, you don't remember then. He keeled over in the middle of the banquet and caused a right stir, and to carry ye back to Moench myself, and well, I say carry, 'twas more a matter of dragging and rolling, too much cake, I reckon. Any road, don't fret, 'tis little wonder you was exhausted after everything you've been through lately. Your little nap seems to have put some color back in your cheeks, though, so I'll leave it to you. Bugger, I almost forgot, the Admiral wants to have a word with you. When you feel up to it, talk to Xanthel, and he'll let you into the command room. Oh, and stay awake, eh? I'm told old Merylwood was in the middle of telling you a story when you started snoring last time, and I doubt she looked so kindly of you or repeated that trick. Ah, yes, don't collapse. Oh, I have mail. Oh, is this when I can finally get my mounts? Gotta have so many mounts. Oh yeah, let's go, Lunar Whale. So many mounts. Now I can... Oh. Da Vinci, it is good to see you on your feet again. You are recovered. Let us waste no time. I have a task that needs doing, one I would entrust to no other. Alright, you get a minion for this. I have penned a letter to each of my counterparts in the Orisian Alliance. In the Battle of Cartano and the calamity that followed claimed countless lives. It has been 5 years since those of us who were spared dodged ourselves from the ashes to look upon Eorzea we scarcely knew. 5 years, and yet the people still suffer. Their lives are fraught with worry and hardship, and the warriors of light who might once have given them hope are gone. Yet we must press on regardless. We will never truly do so, however, till we have faced our past. To that end, I am proposing a memorial service be held in each of the city-states on the 5th anniversary of the Battle of Cartano. These letters contain the details of said proposal. I would have you deliver them to our allies as my personal envoy. You have proven yourself a staunch and able ally to Limzo, but that is not my only reason for choosing you. No, I choose you because you possess a quality which puts me in the mind of history's champions. A quality I feared lost. Say that you will perform this duty. I knew you would not disappoint me. This task shall take you far from the borders of our nation to the city-states of Gridania and Ul'dah. A grueling journey, to be sure, were you to travel by sea and land, but I mean to have you take the skies. Alright, airships! An airship map to be used at your discretion. Airships bound for the nations of our allies leave from the landing connected to the bridge, but before you depart, I just suggest you trouble Baderon for a few pearls of wisdom regarding each of your destination. The old bastard is nothing if not well traveled. 'Tis a pity I cannot issue such passes with a freer hand, as I did in more peaceful times, when berths were not so limited. But in these times of war, every craft we commit to the clouds risks drawing the eye of the Emperor, and every voyage needs to be done born of necessity. Necessity. Lest you doubt, I consider your place well deserved. Nor am I alone in that opinion. There were other parties who would see you granted the privilege of air travel. Da Vinci, your deeds do not go unnoticed. Full many see great promise in you, but I have flattered you enough. I know, please, just keep laying it on. On behalf of Limzo Laminza and her people, I bid you go forth, adventurer. Discover the realm for which so many have fought and died. Wonder and danger await you in equal measure, but turn not from either. Only by braving the unknown will you achieve the greatest of which you are surely capable. The light of the crystal guides you, and I wager that your destiny will be no small thing. I'm level 17 now. Thanks. I should go do this first before I leave. I'm actually gonna do that before I get to the next dungeon. By the time I get to the first dungeon. Ow. That hurt. Back from your meeting with the Admiral, are you? Personal bleeding envoy. So you'll be carrying the word of the Admiral herself to the leaders of the Alliance? Bugger me, I knew you were going up in the world, but I didn't realize you'd gotten that bloody eye. I'm proud of you, lad. Thinking of how far you've come, why, it's enough to bring a tear to me eye. And that ain't the ale talking neither. Well, not just the ale at any rate. Fucking drunkard. Bless the navigator for steering ye my way. Of course, this is only the start. Now you've got your ands and an airship pass. The Ul of Eorzea laid out before ye like a fair maid on a feather bed. And she's a big girl too, with plenty of enticing nooks and crannies. This is an interesting comparison that I don't remember. If you think us Laminzans are characters, just wait till you cross paths with the grim forest dwellers of Gridania, the racists, or the trade coin with the crafty merchants of Ul'dah, the thieves. And then there's the wild places where the beasties rule and no bugger with an ounce of sense sets foot. But you're an adventurer, so I wouldn't let a little thing like that hold you back. Of course, it ain't all adventure and exploring and excitement. There's an heap of troubles which plague every nation. See, taints just ours. I'm talking intrigue and infight and beastmen and God's damn primals. There's an ugly side to life, and sooner or later you're bound to walk into it. But I'll wager there's bugger all out there you can't handle. Summit tells me you're gonna be just fine. The realm's at it rough, 'tis true, but folks beginning to recover from beating the calamities dealt them. Call me an hopeless optimistic, or optimism. Optimist. I'm dumb. I can't read. But it wouldn't take much to turn things around. It's the perfect time for a venturer like yourself to get out there and make a difference. Well, what are you waiting for? I feel like I have a stroke anytime I read any of his lines. Greetings, sir. This is the counter for passengers traveling to Gridania. Wait, aren't you that famous adventurer? It's Da Vinci's Soul and Star, isn't it? I thought I recognized you. You are an inspiration to us all. High Wind Skyways is at your disposal. Will you be traveling with us today? Yes, I will. Why am I getting this now? Like, I already did this before. Attention all passengers, the airship bound for Gridania is about to depart. Please make your way to the boarding gate. Good luck, good fortune to you, Da Vinci. The day'll come when your name means the same as Ero to the folks of this realm. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Astrum Occidens.
It has been 15 years, but the bitter taste of defeat lingers still. 15 years since the Imperial fleet set course for Mordona, led by the Egrios, mightiest of all vessels. Silver Till lay ripe for the taking, and all of Eorzea would soon be ours. Or so we believed. But an innumerable host of dragons met us that day, at the heart of which flew the great Midgard Zormer. Though we succeeded in slaying that lord among worms, the dread serpent's defeat was bought at too high a price. Our invincible flagship was lost, and all hope of victory with her. So ended our glorious conquest.
I forgot that happened.
Eorzea, a blighted realm. Twice now it has eluded the Empire's grasp. For all the destruction it wrought, even Meteor, the great sin, failed to yield us control over it. And for this failure, the realm has sunk deeper into depravity. It is twisted beyond all reckoning, rotten nigh to the core. Yet, it must be saved. Only Garlean rule can bring order to Eorzea. It falls to us to deliver the misguided masses from their ignorance.
We are of one mind, Lord Van Balthar.
Ooh, what's that?
Please report to Magitech Research following scheduled inspection.
Hey, is the Legatus really planning to take another tilt at Eorzea?
Hey? What hole have you been hiding in? We're in the midst of preparing for a new campaign, and a huge one at that.
But I thought the Emperor had given up the Western lands for lost after Carteneau. What could the Legatus possibly hope to gain by acting alone?
I sense you harbor certain doubts over the wisdom of the Legatus's plan.
Oh, right.
My lord!
Please, call me Nero. Tell me, where were you born?
Othard, my lord.
Alamigo, my lord.
Ah, codename Hummingway, I presume?
I don't know what you...
Silence. Your denials will not change your fate. I assure you, Frumentarium sees all. Clean up this mess, and do not miss any, or I shall be most displeased.
Daddy.
At once, my lord.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
Garland, soon you will be made to know the true power of Magitech.
We're in Gridania, boys! Let's go! You must be the envoy from Limsa Laminsa. Welcome to Gridania, sir. The Ald Seed Seer awaits your arrival. Greetings, good sir. You are the Laminsan envoy, are you not? I received instructions to lead you away. Hurry, make your way into the city proper. Identify yourself to the conjurer at Nafika's altar. She will meet you to the Lotus Sand where the Elder Seed Seer awaits. Someone should come here and just give me Peloton. No? Okay. Do you even have a class that can give me Peloton? Alright, you do have those leveled. You are the Laminsan envoy, begging your pardon, sir, but I must inspect the missive you bear. Verily, this is the seal of the Admiral of Limsa Laminsa. Please come with me. It's fine. I'll fucking suffer.
So you are the Laminsan envoy.
Oh my god.
And an adventurer besides. The realm owes much to you and yours. On behalf of our fair nation, I bid you welcome. Please. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Khan-e Senna, Elder Seed Seer of Gridania, and leader of the Order of the Twin Adder, our nation's grand company. I understand you bear a message from the Admiral.
Remembrance service for the fallen of Cartano. To think that 5 years have already come and gone. It seems like only yesterday that the Garlean Empire attempted to seize all that we hold dear. Rising resistance, the city-states of Eorzea formed the Grand Companies and joined hands in alliance. But unbeknownst to us, the Garleans sought not only to best us in battle, but moved instead to enact a terrible plot. The Meteor Project, by which the lesser moon Dalamud would be torn down from the heavens to annihilate all life below. In a desperate bid to save the realms from certain destruction, our forces marched for the Cartano Flats. There met the 7th Imperial Legion. More bloody a battle I have never seen and would never wish to see again, yet the carnage was but a prelude to the atrocity which followed. For despite our best efforts, Dalamud continued its descent from it, and from it emerged the elder primal Bahamut, who proceeded to rain fire upon Eorzea. The 7th Imperial Legion was consumed in the blinking of an eye, while our own forces fared little better. That any among us were spared defies explanation. All seemed sure to perish. As the fires converged upon us, I prepared myself for death, only for a brilliant light to envelop me and relieving me from my senses. When at last I awoke, Bahamut was gone, and the land which had but moments before been aflame now seemed to be a place unknown, not simply ruined but changed. Archon Luiswa may well have been able to shed light upon these mysteries, but he, like so many others, never returned from Cardinal. And so we were left with countless questions and no prospect of an answer, yet so much did not long accompany our thoughts, for we had far graver concerns. The calamity, as the devastation wrought by Bahamut has come to be known, laid our nations nigh to waste, and to this day we struggle to rebuild our lives and homes. To compound measures, the beast tribes continue to summon their primals while the Empire encroaches upon our borders. Consolidating its foothold in Eorzea, the outlook, in short, is bleak. In the wake of the calamity, it has been all each nation could do to nurse its own wounds. Yet if we are to weather the coming storm, we must needs stand united once more. Our remembrance server may well present an opportunity to rekindle the spirit of unity which first gave rise to the Alliance. I wholeheartedly approve of the Admiral's proposal that necessary provisions shall be made for a service here in Gridonia. Done the people of Eorzea fine services today. I would not put you to further trouble. I shall see to that my reply reaches the Admiral anon. You, meanwhile, are bound next for Ul'dah, are you not? Please send the Flame General my regards. If you would be so kind, I should appreciate it if you would inform him that a pet of mine has been ill-behaved of late, my wolf to be precise. Needless to say, he must be brought to heel, and I would very much welcome the General's counsel on how this might be achieved. I thank you for coming. May the 12 see you safe to Ul'dah and beyond. Oh wait, hold up. Greetings, sir. This is the counter for passengers traveling to Ul'dah. Oh, are you not Da Vinci Solenstar, the Lamentant Envoy? On behalf of all of Highwind Skyways, may I say what an honor it is to serve you. Will you be flying with us today? Yes, I will. I am now in Ul'dah. How cool. And sleek. And funkalicious. You must be the envoy from Lumenza. Welcome to Ul'dah, sir. The General awaits you. blah blah blah, same stuff, same stuff. On Ulda, we have been expecting you. The Flame General Raban will receive you in the Fragrant Chamber. Please take the lift down to the Hustling Strip and speak with Bartholomew at the Royal Promenade. Why is it so fragrant? Why is it so fragrant? Lemon's an envoy, I presume. Would you be so good as to allow me to inspect your missive, you bear? Blah blah blah, General. Ah, yes, the Admiral sees. Please proceed.
Ah, a guest from Limsa. I thought I smelled stale ale. I won't hold it against you. If you're half the warrior Merlvib says, 'tis a wonder you don't reek of dead Sahagin.
Merlvib.
Welcome to the Sultanate of Ulda. I am Rauban al-Din, General of the Immortal Flames. But you did not come all this way to trade formalities.
Cartno, I remember bloody Cartno. Do you know what happened that day, adventurer, when we took the fields against the Garleans? So my counterparts have educated you. Connie's pench is giving her trouble. Is it? Well, she should already know my mind on that subject. Wolves are beyond taming, just but a matter of time before they bare their teeth. So it was with the Garleans 50 years ago. No sooner had they learned how to use Magitech that they began seizing territory from their neighbors. Led by the legatus Solus Zos Galvus, they swiftly brought the other nations of Ilzabar to heel, and so the legatus became an emperor, and his republic an empire. An empire which then set its sights upon Eorzea. But the conquering emperor is now an old man of 80 winters. His health is failing, and he has no clear successor. Like as not, this is why the Garleans have been quiet of late. But the 14th Imperial Legion is still entrenched within our borders, and their commander, Legatus Gaius von Belsar, has long harbored ambitions of conquest. Were he to strike now, I fear we would fall like so many others before us, and not only Ulda, but Grabania and Limsa Laminsa as well. For the calamity brought the lot of us to our knees, and we've yet to get up. We barely have the strength to stand against the beast tribes, never mind the primals they mean to summon. We are a realm divided adventurer, an alliance only in name. But the wolf cares not for the plight of his prey. The Garlean stir and the Elm Seed Seer would not let it go unnoticed. All other concerns pale in comparison to the Empire, even the beast tribes and their bloody primals. We must stand united once more, though much is clear. If we were to do so, we must remember the cause of which last brought us together. Merlwib will have her memorial. We will honor the memory of the fallen. We will remind the people what their brothers and sisters fought and died for. Shall I inform the Sultana and the Syndicate? I will speak with her grace myself. Very good, sir. The Admiral will have my reply anon. My thanks to you, adventurer. It's interesting because right now, economic airship routes connected to two nations. This is weird. This has 2 material slots. This has 0 material slots, and this has 4. What the hell? That is super odd. My Lord Envoy, I trust your say in the Sultanate has been pleasant. Now, if you do not mind my asking, do you perchance have plans to visit Limsa? And if so, I have information that may be of interest to you. I once accompanied the Flame General on an official visit to the seaside city-state, during which time I became acquainted with Badaran, the proprietor of the Drowning Wench, while the man sent word just now that he has a job for a capable adventurer. I can think of none with better credentials than you. Badaran doubtless be pleased were you to offer him your services. The dragon. Shit. How's your stream going, Liar? I mean, it's going fine. We're back. We're about to do the first dungeon, so. Are you on EXO? No, I'm on Behemoth right now. Behemoth? Eee. I can come over to Limsa, or to Limsa, to EXO. What am I talking about? Welcome to the Drowning Match. Soon, wherever you like me, I'll be with you. And well, if it ain't the one and only Da Vinci Stolen Star. I was told a distinguished adventurer might be reporting for duty. Fancy that adventurer being you, eh? I literally transferred all day to Exodus today, and you're over here. I don't have the money to transfer right now, okay? Leave me alone. Just so you're fairly warned, though, this ain't no job for the faint of art. Things liable to get downright bleeding airy. But if you think you're still interested, let me know and I'll fill you in on the details. Do you want to pay for my server transfer? Because you can. I thank you for your time to help me out. Now I'm sure you're busy, so I'll come straight to the point. Word as it's some suspicion-looking buggers have been sneaking in and out of the Sasasha Sea Grout, and I need a trustworthy sort to head up north of Ailport and find out who they are and what they're up to. Well then, don't complain. Don't sound like much, I know, but since that's nasty business over in Swift Perch, folks have been a bit uneasy. Well, I say a bit, 'tis all they can do not to soil themselves every time the bloody floorboards creak. If you would permit me, Master Badaran, I should be happy to elaborate. Well, if it ain't the Yellow Jacket, the Chief Yellow Jacket himself, and what's it I owe this rare honor, Commodore Raynor, come to make sure me patrons are behaving or just thirsty. Neither, in fact. I came to welcome Da Vinci back to Limsa, and it is well you have returned. Over the course of the past moon, there have been several sightings of an unusual, unfamiliar vessel off the coast of Alaport, and in the vicinity of the Isle of Umbra. This information came to my attention no more than a few weeks after a squad of Island soldiers had been completed a routine patrol of the region, the Satasha Sea Grout included. Their search revealed little save that a family of Curls had taken up residence in the cave, nothing to concern us in short. In light of recent developments, however, it would seem wise to search Satasha again. But with the Sahagan testing our defenses daily, I am loath to assign the task to the limited forces at my disposal. Our line is stretched as it is. Thus I sought the services of the competent adventurer to conduct an investigation in our stead. Any aid you can offer in this matter would be greatly appreciated. Then it is settled. Sasasha is located in West Lenoskia. For more detailed instructions on how to reach the place, I suggest you consult Vimelpa. She can be found at the ferry docks on the lower deck. You are the man. Good luck to you, lad. Who's ready to do Sastasha? Oh my god, there's so many quests. This is good. Rising to the challenge. I'm going to finish this quest in a second. Why are you predicting? Atavinki, isn't it? Are you eating well? An empty stomach distresses the mind and leads to hurried judgment. I must oft remind my Arcanists to take meals, and so ensconced they become in their studies. Speaking of such, have you been practicing your tactics with your carbuncle? With carbuncle, I believe it is time to assess the improvement of your skills. As with your previous trial, I would have you defeat foes in Lenoskia, 3 wild dodos and 3 tiny mandragores to be precise. Watch carefully the behavior of opponents and formulate an effective strategy and utilize your arcane entity to its fullest potential. I expect you back in time for dinner. What is so funny, Nuna? Please enlighten me. There's a lot of dialogue, bro. Okay, what do you want from me? Do you want me to do voices for all the characters? I will, but then my voice is gonna be gone. Let's see. Where be the tiny mandragores? Where are they? They're so little and small. There they are. You know, if this, I'd say this would be more challenging if I could, like, I would have to dodge AoEs and stuff, but considering I can start from super far away, and they take 3 years to get to me, not exactly the most threatening quest. People actually doing fates because of the yokai quest is wild. Yeah. Okay, fine, I'll do voices. Back to Vinky, it appears your coordination with Carbuncle is progressing at a satisfactory. Apparently, I'm having a stroke. Is progressing at a oh my god, satisfactory pace. You said the monotone voice wasn't doing it for you. Shall we test your growing acumen with more practical examination? What do you want from me? Our work at the Melvin's Gate requires us to inspect and record the contents of incoming cargo. To stimulate such a task, I have had several crates transported to the cliff south of Zephyr's Gate. Is that better? I want you to examine those crates and then return to the expected cargo here to me. You would be surprised at the depths to which some merchants will sink to deter our customs agents from performing thorough investigations. Someone get Reese. False bottoms, rotting foodstuffs, flesh-eating vilekin. I suggest you be prepared for any eventuality. Y'all acting like I am the worst thing in the world. It's so mean. How could you do this to me? There's honestly not a lot to commentate on in ARR, and it is very sad, because there's just not a lot going on. Is she hiding? What's happening? I am not a threat. Pray ignore my presence for the present and allow me in a moment to cogitate? Cogitate? What the fuck is cogitate mean? The reaction to my sudden appearance was within expected parameters, but I must admit I did not expect as so proficient a performance against the enemies set against you. Yet effective through your tactics were, I spied much room for improvement as I watched you battle. The wheels of my mind whirled into motion as they are wont to do, inventing other possible strategies you might have employed. Let's see, taking into account your current level of ability, factoring in the etheric constant, multiplying by the number of opponents, and then applying your tactics to other potential combat scenarios. Oh dear, my calculations indicate failure upon encountering threat level 9785. Cogitate? Cogitate? It's pronounced cogitate? Cogitate. 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 Okay. Well, we'll have to see what we can do about that. Though the opportune window to do so has passed, I would nevertheless introduce myself. I am Kalia, a Melvin's Gate assessor. Acting Grandmaster Thoberigin elected me to oversee your training and to provide any necessary guidance and instruction in the field of Arcanum. Arkansas. From what I have observed thus far, you have an admirable grasp of the fundamentals. I can't English. I do, however, wish to confirm one small detail. Regarding your choice of arcane geometries, what factors most influence your decisions during battle? Aha, just as I predicted, and now I have the final element needed to perform another calculation. The probability of you becoming an Arcanist of note is 90%, give or take 0.5%. Yes, the certainty is quite high. After all, I only know of one other practitioner who responded to my question in the same manner. It was the man who bestowed upon me this grimoire, the Guildmaster himself. While our inscrutable leader is, as I'm sure you've heard, an indefinite leave of absence, he did leave us with his most notorious saying to date. Strategy is a tool used to manipulate one's situation into the desired reality. No matter how gifted you are, and I might be, however, the instantaneous manipulations of reality that might cause us to simply become mighty Arcanists is beyond our present abilities. Discipline and experience is the finest strategy in this case. I must suggest you continue to focus on refining your aptitude with Carbuncle. Mastery with an arcane entity will greatly improve your success as a wielder of Arkansas. Here ends your lessons for today. Pray return directly to the guild. I believe Master Thoberigin is awaiting some inspected cargo. And what of myself? I'm off to the fields, of course. The tactic I reasoned out in earlier must be attempted in real-life scenarios. Theory is well and good, but there is no substitute for actual combat. We will meet again soon. Arcanama. If I can't say a word close to it. Damn, I wish that could give me Peloton. That'd be great. I love running around back and forth, back and forth. Such is the game known as Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. Ah, Da Vinci, have you returned with cargo? Ah, yes, everything seems to be in order, relatively clear of blood and other gore. That can be something of a problem in our profession, you understand. I've also had a word from Kalia regarding your performance. She seemed eager to continue your training. An odd lass, I'll admit, but the guild can boast no finer mind for tactics. You would do well to heed the instructions she offers, particularly that which touches on the diligent approach of our art. Did you perhaps notice the battered term Kalia carries? The initiate's grimoire has served her from the day she entered the guild. She has her reasons, but it's admittedly strange to see it kept all the way to her present position as Forseer. I fear such an intense focus on Arkansas has led to her overlook with other important aspects of life. As our master strategist guides your Arcanist training, I hope that you might return the favor and help to broaden her own perspective somewhat. But enough of such matters for the moment. You have done well this day, Da Vinci. Continue your practice with Carbuncle, and Kalia has bid. I will be here when the time comes for your next lesson. Yes, Da Vinci, the time for your next lesson is upon us. You are keeping well, I trust. Taking the occasional brisk walk, one cannot form solid thoughts if one fails to maintain a sound body. Now, assuming you have been following Kalia's instructions, you should be ready to face the more dangerous threats found in Western Lenocio. I speak of roselings and wild jackals, and yes, I would have you vanquish the 3 of each. Just the perfect sample size. The first acts as a preliminary test, the second to test your hypothesis, and the third to perfect the tactics you've devised. Speaking of which, I trust your strategy will consist of more than simply flinging ruin over and over again. No, of course it's not. You are not the novice you once were, and your skills in the field ought to reflect that. If you find yourself wanting for another approaches, consider insult with ruin in tandem with attacks from your carbuncle. When timely appropriate, you can deal a crippling blow to your opponent. Did Arcanist used to be more complicated back in the day? Because there's not much you can do, brother. It used to be. Well, unfortunately, it is not complicated now, so right now I can literally just fling ruin. And fester, I guess. Ah, yes, I love Ruin and Ruby Ruin. Why am I targeting like this? You want me to learn controller? Are you insane? I'm going to be switching to Scholar. Are you sure you want to watch me do that? I don't think I want to do that, Nuna. I'll just be honest with you. I think I like my sanity. You're going through the story. This will be great. Okay, fuck it. Oh, what the why did it do that? JK, if you don't want it, don't do it. Okay. Sure. Oh my god, what is this? What is this? Nah, no, we can do this. We can totally do this. Look, I can even heal myself. I can't wait to... How do I talk to people, Nuna? What's the button? Oh, never mind, I figured it out. Welcome back to Vinky. How did it feel to conquer such ferocious foes? Let us ride the wave of triumph onto even more demanding and dangerous challenge. Your next exercise will have you accompany the Forseer Kalia on one of her inspections. This experience will afford you the opportunity to witness firsthand the practical application of Arcanima, or Arkansas. Pray do not tarry, Da Vinci. Kalia awaits you on the floor below with further details. Oh my god, this is really bad. It's pronounced Kyle. I'm not pronouncing it Kyle, Cookie. Kalia sounds at least cute. It's the back button. What do you mean, Strummer? Physics is the only heal you'll ever need. What's the jump button? Oh, it's triangle. That's interesting. A timely appearance as expected. Shall we proceed directly to the job at the hand? I have been tasked with examining the wares of a goblin peddler caravan run by the Bullstocks family. Our agents suspect these beastmen's merchants of dealing in forbidden goods. As such, I have calculated that announcing an inspection has a 60% chance of inviting physical violence. I prepared a strategy to respond to this possible shift in hostilities, but there is an important precondition you should be aware of before we discuss the finer points of my plan. Though I have considered Though I am considered gifted in the formation of tactics, I lack the reflexes and coordination necessary to employ many of those self-same strategies on the field of battle. Pray keep this factor in mind and adjust your perceptions accordingly. Now, should the goblins offer battle, you are to execute combat pattern 1, 3, or 5, otherwise known as stratagem focus fire. You and your carbuncle will concentrate your attacks on a single foe. One by one, the enemy will wither down until it combines under the combined onslaught. Probability of victory, 95%. Reports place the peddlers in the vicinity of the cookpot in middle of Nocia. I will depart immediately to assess the situation. Seek me out once you arrive. I really should look into this and how I do this. I could never heal like this. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna go back. I could never. I'm sorry, you're just better than me, Nuna. You're just better than me. You're just better. I'm okay to admit that. Damn compliments will get you everywhere. I forgive you. What transgression did I do? I never once did anything wrong. I was just like, you're a better player than I. I could never. I would have a stroke. How you do this on Astro of all things? I would fucking die. It's not cowardice. It is, I would never be able to. My brain does not work that fast. I need to see all my buttons up front and center. I'm sure that, like, if I really went with it, like, eventually muscle memory would really sit in, but nah. I would have a stroke so many times while doing it. I am Foreseer Kalia of Melvin's Gate. You are to cease all transactions and surrender your goods for inspection. Nasty sneaky peekers. Gobby spit Uplander's nosy eyes on the stabby iron. A predictably aggressive response. Very well, Da Vinci. Remember what we have discussed. Okay, cool. Do not forget the commission. Wow, I love leveling up mid-combat. Oh, I got Swiftcast finally, let's go! Finally, my Ruby Ruin won't take 3 years. At least one of them won't. Ba, 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 ba. Nicely done, nicely done. Adaptation? Improvisation? I might have been observing our beloved Guildmaster himself in action. This was the perfect example of how the strategy for a given task should be tailored to the abilities of the assessor. In other words, before you begin formulating your tactics, it is necessary to fully understand your own strengths and weaknesses. On that note, there is another question I would ask you. When it comes to improving the probable success of strategy, do you consider it more effective to concentrate on playing to your strength or shoring up your weaknesses? Oh, again you respond as the Guildmaster once did. I must revise the probability of your potential to attaining greatness to 97%. You are the one to keep an eye on, that much is certain. But to return to the subject of battle plans, your calculations must include an accurate assessment of your current available techniques and their relative effectiveness. This requires you to be critically aware of your own limits, the limits of your allies, and the characteristics of your enemies. I forgot how weirdly, strategic Arcanist is. I believe that covers everything for today. Please return to the guild and make your report to Mistress Thumbjum. I shall abide here until the Yellow Jackets arrive to take the peddlers into custody. My strategies will keep me company. Too bad that they shoved this class into the blender and it does nothing now. Back from the field, Vinky. Kalia contacted me with a summary of events. It seems you were treated to a lecture of Knowing Thyself. That particular lesson is ordinarily taught only to intermediate practitioners. Without a sufficient store of combat experience from which to draw, it is difficult to fully appreciate the profundity of such a seemingly simple truth. Nevertheless, I feel confident that you will soon be ready for a more ambitious assignment. Keep to your studies and maintain the razor's edge of your mind. One last thing, Davinci, consider the dedication you have shown towards your discipline. I have decided to permit you to leave to explore the teachings offered by other guilds. I would suggest, however, that you master the science of Arkansas. The strategic training you receive here will serve you well no matter the path you eventually choose to walk. Return to me when your reason tells you the time is right. Armory unlock. You now have access to the armory system. Quests to unlock the other classes can be undertaken by speaking to their service. Below there is myriad disciples. Cool, I got classes. You seem tired, Davinci. Are you sleeping properly? One's reasoning can suffer without sufficient rest and recuperation. Should you deem yourself fit for duty, pray make your way down to the practice floor. Kyle is waiting for you. There is, however, a requirement for your participation. The Foreseer will explain the situation. I was beginning to think I'd miscalculated, Davinci. Thank you for coming. I will soon be boarding a trading vessel suspected of smuggling. All merchant ships that make use of Limsa Laminsa's ports are subject to inspection by the Melvin's Gate assessors. It is routine I perform daily. In the case of smugglers, however, there's a 75% probability of encountering resistance. Thus, I would appreciate your company during this assignment. It is now that we must discuss the requirement of which you were informed. Though I have full confidence in your martial expertise, it is imperative that you first acquire the ability to summon Topaz Carbuncle. Such knowledge will be released to you contingent on your acceptance of this duty. Very good. The arcane NC given form by the Topaz geometry will further expand your offensive capabilities. With such an ally at your command, even the harshest of enemy will falter before you. Indeed, we could not conduct these dangerous spot inspections without its support. Please return to Mistress Jim and inform her of your participation. I will join you once I have completed some final adjustments to my tactical formulae. You have agreed to accompany the force here, then I shall gladly instruct you in the use of Topaz Carbuncle. Pray do not hesitate to employ this entity in combat should the inspection turn sour. I love my Million controller is so easy. Shut the hell up. You are so full of shit. The mercenary Geisfrin and Erstada are here to assist with the inspection. Both are old hands when it comes to escorting Kalia during her more dangerous duties. Well met, Da Vinci. My spells are here at your disposal. This won't be the first time we're expecting trouble, but as long as we follow the Forcier's tactics and keep a clear head, we'll sure come through this fine. The Morning Star is prepared to dock in Nallyport. We will first meet our first challenge, however, before we even board the vessel. It is almost a certainty that the merchant ship has a hired thug or two to accost us at the pier. I calculate the probability at 98%. The crew wish to avoid us attacking us on the dock, you see, as that would all but trumpet their criminal intention to the world at large. Now, once we do manage to clear the rails, we will face a deck crowded with armed sailors. For a small party such as ours, the most effective strategy will be to incapacitate individual foes as swiftly as possible. Each opponent we down is one less weapon raised against us. It is imperative we do not allow ourselves to become entangled in multiple drawn-out skirmishes lest we be overwhelmed. I call this stratagem Hammerfall. Strategy is a tool used to manipulate one situation into the desired reality. Keep those words in mind, Da Vinci. It is time we departed. Let us regroup before the main gates of Alaport. Oh, I never attuned to Alaport? Interesting. I might as well do it while I'm out this way. I would like to go in there before you get accosted, so... Let us be about our task. Divinky, pray inform the steersman at the pier that we are ready to conduct our inspection. Should violence be offered, you are to execute stratagem Hammerfall. Do not forget your tactics are both your shield and your weapon. You're with the folks from Melvin's Gate. Hells, I knew there'd be trouble. Well then, I'm certainly glad to see you can handle yourself. You'll find the landing boat just down there at the end of this ramp. I'll have no part of what comes next, though. Ah, yes. Attack us and then run like a coward. Deftly handled, Divinky. Once again, I am reminded of our guildmaster. Thanks to your efficient response, you will be able to commence this inspection earlier than I had calculated. We shall board the merchant vessel out in the bay. Why does he have the mustache? Aristada, if you would take the rudder, the Morning Star awaits. Okay, I was like, is it just really quiet? It was just immensely quiet. Since their welcoming party at the Fjord failed to deter us, I expect with a probability of 85% that our arrival will incite further belligerence. Our objective, however, is not to train Blue, but to gain access to the hold. It may behoove us to employ stratagem Hardhead. The aim of our opponents is to buy time so that suspected goods may be tossed into the ocean. I do not intend to give them that time. We will bowl our way towards the cargo hold as quickly as we can. It is a tactic fraught with risk, but one that your presence makes possible. Shall we begin? I'm very glad that I have the earring. So, because it's like, honestly, like an earring I actually really like. So, I actually look decent. I am Foreseer Kalia. By the authority of Melvin's Gate, I request that you surrender your goods for assessment. Well, now your timing couldn't be worse, lass. The old door's all rusted up, you see. Bloody thing won't open. You'll have to come back another day after we fix the things. I will see that cargo now. Any vessel entering the port of Limsa is bound by the law to submit to a routine check. The law, is it? Lads, I reckon it's time our guest add themselves a little accident. Pitch him over the side. Masterful display, Da Vinci. Now we can gain access to their cargo. Oof. What have we here then? It's one of them. Oh, of that bitch Admiral's lapdogs scampering about me ship. You're just like your mistress, always sticking your nose where it ain't been invited. No, it can't be. Recognize my pretty face, did you? But you were caught, exiled. Forcier, are you hurt? Can you stand? Incoming foot scraping. What do you mean? Stay back. Stay away from me. Forcier, please calm down. What are your orders? I've had enough of you whimpering, and I've certainly had enough of these bloody books. It's clear you ain't learning anything from... Oh! Oh, that. You mean that movement? Oh, that. Reckon it's time for a different kind of lesson. I'm not fucking screaming. Kalia, Nafika's preserve us. She's fainted. We must withdraw. Da Vinci, quickly, back to the boat. We'll carry the force here. Aye, that's right. You slink back onto your mistress, you worthless curs. Ga ha 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 ha. Oh, where am I going? We'll take care of Kalia. You best return to the Arcanist Guild and make a report. Okay, guys, it's time. I'm finishing this quest up, and then we're gonna go over to Exodus, and then probably do a dungeon. Yay! It is good to see you are well, Da Vinci. Geistfriend sent word ahead back of your travails. An unfortunate turn of events, but considering the infinite black heart you faced, you might have fared much worse. Have you heard of the pirate Das Maga? He was exiled from Limsa some years ago, but it appears he has chosen to defy the Admiral's orders. And once again, he dares lay a hand on Forcier Kalia. The poor lass must have been terrified. If I had known Das Mega was aboard that ship, I never would have assigned her that duty. An assessor may require some time to recover. For Kalia, that man is a nightmare made flesh. Though her physical wounds will soon mend, there is little we can do to salve the hurt of her mind. You are concerned, angry mayhaps? Harness that energy and channel it into your training. I predict we shall be needing your skills again. Why the fuck did you clip that, bro? Why would you clip that? That's awful. You hear about Commodore's Rayner's investigation, then you'll want to board a ferry bound for Alaport. Once you arrive in Western Lanosia, though, you best pay a visit to the Hall of a Novice before you blunder into Sasha. The Adventurers Guild run the hall, and the folks there will prepare you, train you with the skills you'll need to face the dangers undoubtedly waiting for you in the Sea Grout. The hall is on the way to Sasha, just north of Alaport. Head inside, and one of their seasoned adventurers will take you in hand. Best of luck. Ah, you must be the adventurer of whom the Yellow Jackets sent word. I hear you are to brave the depths of the Satasha Sea Grout. The occupants of those caves are rumored to be numerous as they are bloodthirsty. No matter what the epic tales would have you believe, strolling into such a den of savagery alone would be height of foolishness. No, you shall need companions, and you shall need the training we here at the Hall of the Novice can provide. I strongly suggest that you study the fundamentals of group combat before continuing on to your mission. The smith here oversees the training schedules. Speak with him and you can register for experience tailored to your particular field of expertise. When you have mastered all that our master has to teach, then it will be time to head north once more. Report to the Yellow Jacket Scout at the mouth of Satasha Sea Grout, and he will furnish you with the details of your duty. I'm gonna talk to him and then jump over to Exodus and then grab y'all. Oh my god. I'm sorry, Avir. I came as fast as I could. I tried haggling with the merchant, but 2 Oceans was the best I could get with the money you gave me. I had no expensive how expensive they were. What took you so bloody long? Yeah, if my purse was too light, you might have considered using some of your own bloody coin to get us what we need. You've only ever been as useful as the contents of your pockets. The gods know you can barely heal a scratch. We took up the adventuring life to take on the big jobs and claim the big rewards. How are we meant to do that if we can't you can't even get our supplies in order? It's him, the one Butterun was talking to. Well, we'll see who gets the glory. This job should have been ours in the first place. This is the perfect time for a inaugural outing as a party, wandering around in caves, turning over a few rocks. How difficult could it possibly be? Never expected our first visit to the Adventure Guild would yield such a straightforward way to win fame and victory. Waha, Ito, you're so slow, you'd lose a foot race to a tree slow. Please tell me you're here on the Yellow Jacket duty and not some daft sod out for a stroll. I can't take any more of this blasted waiting. You are? Thank the gods. I assume you already know about the ship seen slipping around the Isles of Umbra. We've been on the lookout for pirate activity ever since that vessel was sighted, thinking of the crew of cutthroats might have had a den nearby. So when we received word that men of questionable quality had been seen passing in and out of Sasha here, we weren't entirely surprised. I've yet to see them for myself, but if this lot belongs to those fishbacks fancying serpent rearers, well, you can imagine the panic it'll cause. The kidnappings are still fresh in people's minds. Anyway, your task is to poke around in the caves and find out exactly who we're dealing with. While you do that, I'll be keeping out watch out here, praying you don't spot any blue-faced tattoos. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna use duty support, because who needs people? Lamau. I kid. Dungeon. Luna, meet me in Limsa. Draco. I'm gonna need you in a second. I'm stalking down people. Where are you? Who is this? Unit DJ Setlist? Who is this? Fun boy. I'm seeing if we can find a final member. Give me a second. Unless either of you know if anyone wants to join. I'll take that as a no. Ooh, Kodo? I'm DMing him right now to see if he'll come join, but Yeah, no, Moon is off for Strauben. Well, he's not responding, so we're just gonna go in. Y'all ready? Oh my god, is that a gladiator? That's a gladiator. Let's go. Oh no. This man doesn't have tank stance. Okay, there we go, never mind. What the hell? Nuna gets fucking AoEs before I do? Not even gonna tell us what color it is. Red. This man's going for it. If you die, I'm gonna laugh super hard, you know? Hey, I'm level 19. Let's go. Oh, you're gonna have to hard heal this one, Draco. Oh, we made it! Let's go! Alright. And with that, that's the first dungeon of ARR completed. I think that is a good place to stop. Actually, it's going to be a good place to stop at the F Castle. Gonna finish this quest up and then we're gonna stop there. Oh damn, I went to level 21. What do I get at level 20? I guess I'm at level 22. I get Emerald Carbuncle. Aye, such a task was on the books. Mind you, I'm afraid that ship has already sailed, friend. Might you be the adventurer who accepted the job of investigating Sistasha? It would seem that the ship has not only sailed, but now returns to harbor. None the worse for its voyage. A pity. We dragged our boots too long on this one. No matter, the wheel will turn and our chance will come. You are right. Of course. But there shall be no rest till we have attained our goal, lofty though it may be. Not a week of sleep, great leader. Our aim, lest you wonder, is to perform such feats of heroism as will earn us a place in the songs of every alehouse in Eorzea. We mean to write a legend which will inspire adventurers as yet unborn to follow our shining example. Do you have such a goal? Large or small, it matters not. Only have a star to reach for, and you will reach higher. Purpose can sustain you through times of hardship. Keep your eyes on the prize, and all obstacles will overcome in time. You would not think to stride into battle unclad, would you? Well, goals are as arms and armor for the spirit. I wish you fortune in your endeavor, sir. Back then, are we? With all your limbs and a tale to tell, I wager? Fishbacks. And there I was thinking you'd only have to crack a pirate skull or 3. 7 hells, you turn your back for 5 brief minutes and the scaly bastards set up shop on your bleeding doorstep. Still, sounds like he left them in pieces, so I don't suppose they'll be carrying out whatever mischief they were planning, unless they was planning on feeding themselves to the fauna of Sistasha. Of course, any road's all well that ends well. Thanks for shedding some light on this mystery. I knew you'd get the job done, lad. You always do. Now, I'll bet you're dying for a rest, but just in case you're not, I was wondering if you might be interested in taking another job. It so happens that I've had a request from our sister guild in Gridania, you see. Seems the forest folk are in need of an adventurer to get things done. Fear them to ask for help like this. You bet the task won't, skip through a sunny glade. But after the way you dealt with our fishback infestation, I doubt it'll be anything you can't handle. Give it a shot when you're ready, and I'll lay it out for you. Alright, and that's the first dungeon of ARR done. And now, we are going to end the stream, and then we will come back another day for FFF Revisited. So, I will see you all then. Bye-bye.